Good day everyone, I am Patricia Santos from BSIE 2202. So for today's video, I am going to do my third activity in computer-aided design, the power feed bracket. So without further ado, let's do this. So first thing that we are going to do is to create a circle. So just click here. Having the diameter of 1.13. Next is another circle. With the diameter of 2.06. Another circle. Having the diameter of 2.88. 2.88. Enter. Next thing to do is to make a line. With the length of 1.49 with the degree of 90. Next is another line with the length of 2.62. 2.62 in the degree of 0. Next is another circle. Having the radius of 0.375. Enter. And another circle having the diameter of 1.88. Enter. Next is we're going to make a line here with the length of 5.26 and the degree of 0. Next is with another line with the length of 1.62 and the degree of 90. Next is another line with the length of 3.62 and the degree of 180. Next is line having the length of 1.26 and the degree of 90. enter. So we are going to close this by making a line with the length of 5.26 in the degree of 0. So, next is line here. With the length of 3.62 and the degree of 0. Next is we are going to make a line here in the midpoint. And another line here with the length of 1.13 and the degree of 180. Next is another line here on the other side, having a same length of 1.13 and the degree of 180. Next thing to do is we are going to make a line, a circle having the diameter of 0.375. 0.375. Next is another circle on the other side having the diameter of 0.375. Enter. Next is we are going to cut the excess line. Just type PR, enter. Next is we will use fillet. Just enter F, enter R, enter. Zero point 0.12. Enter. F, enter. F, enter. F, enter. So next is we are going to make a line here having the length of 3.023 with the length of with Next is we are going to make a line here. With a degree of 90. The degree of 90. Next is we will going to use a fillet. Just type F, enter, R, enter, 0.94, enter. Let's click here and here. We will just close this. Next is we will going to make a line here with the length of 1.70 and the degree of 0. Next is another line here with the length of 0.56 and the length of 90. Next is another line here with the length of 0.56 and the degree of 90. .56 with the length of 90. Next is another line here with the degree of 90, 180. Next is another line here with the degree of 180. Next is we will going to cut the excess line. Just type here just going to cut the excess line.
Lahat ng problema.
Next is we will use a tangent line. Just type L, enter, shift together with the right click, then tangent, and just click here to here, and another tangent line. Just click L, enter, shift together with the right click, then tangent, and just click here, then shift together with the right click, then tangent, and just click here. And after that is we are going to cut the excess line. Just type TR, enter, next is another line here with the length of 0.97 and the degree of 90. Next is another line with the length of 0.47 and the degree of 0. Next is another line here, the degree of 0.47 with the length of 0.47 and the degree of 180. Next is another line with the length of 0.28 with the degree of 0. Next is another line with the length of 0.77 with the degree of 90. Next is another line with the length of 0.28 and the degree of 180. And the degree the length of 0.28 and the degree of 180. Next is another line with the length of 0.77 and the degree of 90. Next is another line here with the degree of 90. Next is another line with a degree of 90. Next is we will going to trim the excess line. And make another line here. Click here to here, then cut the excess line. And now we're done for our first figure. Next is we will going to create a layers. Just click the layer properties, then the layer 1 is dimension. With the color of red. Second layer is the hidden dimension. With the color of green. Next layer is the purple line. With the color of magenta. So after arranging the layers, let's proceed by putting the dimension. But before that, we will going to change the text. Just type DIM, then the dim style, then modify. Let's change the decimal into 2 decimal, then the text in the color of green. Okay. So next is we will going to make a purple line from here to here, then another line, another purple line, then we will going to extend the line. Next is another purple line from here, another line from here, to here, is next is we will use fillet. Just type enter or enter 0.12, click, then F, then F, enter, click F, enter, F, enter, click. Then after that is circle. Just click here, then click the layer, then dimension, then from here to here with the dimension of 5.26. Next is another dimension. Just click here to here, from here the dimension of 3.62. Next dimension is just click here to here, and with the dimension of 2.26. So to continue the next figure, I will remove the layers to avoid distraction. So And now we're done for our third activity in computer-aided design. Thank you for watching. God bless.